Hi, this is Lisa Rangel with Chameleon Resumes, the premier executive resume writing company, and thank you so much for joining me today. Today we're going to talk about executive resume tips, 4 mistakes for you to avoid. So writing your executive resume is going to be different than writing it for any other stage in your career prior to what you're in now. So you need to realize you're competing against fellow A-level people. So I have other videos about some common resume mistakes, but these are resume mistakes to avoid specifically in the executive resume. So first mistake that I see is that people lead with seniority and not with achievement. And an example of this is if you start your resume with, seasoned executive or over 25 years of experience, I'm here to tell you that no matter how much seniority you have, seniority does not qualify any of us for our jobs. We all know people with 25 years of experience who are amazing, and we all know people with 25 years of experience who really shouldn't be working anymore. So 25 years doesn't matter. 5 years doesn't matter, right? We all know people 5 years of experience who are amazing and 5 years of experience who were like, how'd you get up out of bed today? So seniority qualifies no one, and achievements do. So make sure you lead your executive resume, that top half, your summary section, with achievements, 1 or 2 that are unique to you. That's how you make your summary unique and different and not sound like everybody else. The second mistake that I see people make is that they don't include a title at the top of the resume underneath the contact information. Putting a specific title up top makes it super clear to the reader what you're going for. And if you don't have a title in hopes that the reader will figure out where you belong in their company, or you have an incredibly broad title, again, hoping that the recruiter reading it will figure out where you fit in their company, odds are not in your favor. They will not take the time to do that. And more importantly, there's another resume right behind yours that's being super specific. So be specific. Specificity always wins. So that's the second mistake that I want you to change. If you are too broad or don't have a title, make sure you change that and be specific. The third mistake is that you don't have your LinkedIn URL at the top of your resume in your contact information. Put the actual URL, not LinkedIn, the word LinkedIn, hyperlinks, because hyperlinks may not show up. You want to make sure that you put the actual URL at the top of your resume in your contact information, next to your phone number, next to your email address. So this way people can find you on LinkedIn. And this is particularly important if your name is common and it's hard to find you. So make it easy for people to find you on LinkedIn. It also subliminally sends a message that you get that social media presence is important nowadays as an executive, and so it combats any ageism assumptions by you having it up there. It's one of the things that can combat ageism by having it up there. So, and the last, and certainly not least, because there's definitely more than this, but the last mistake I'm going to talk about today is that you do not capture the person's attention, the reader's attention, with your summary. Now, I already addressed that if you have a title up top, that can help capture the summary, capture the reader's attention in your summary. If you have achievements listed up top, that will capture the interest and motivate the reader to keep reading. But in general, you want to have that top third of the resume, top half of the resume, which is really prime resume real estate. You want to have it capture the attention of the reader and motivate them to keep scrolling. In marketing terms, on a website, they might call this, or they will call this, above the fold. Well, this is the same concept in a resume. You need to capture the attention of the reader, of the recruiter or the hiring manager who is making the decision to keep reading and then ultimately bring you in for an interview. You need to capture their attention and motivate them to keep scrolling. So those are 4 mistakes that I would like you to correct after watching this video. And if you need more instruction and you want more help in doing your own resume, go to sixfigureresumebundle.com and get my resume bundle that will help you with a training video, my ebook with a whole lot more instructions that you can follow, and 3 resumes templates that I've designed that have landed interviews that you can then populate your information in them using the training video and training book. So go to sixfigureresumebundle.com and you can grab that. And if you find this video helpful, I'm going to ask you to like it. If you know someone who will benefit from this information to help with their own senior level resume, I'm going to ask you to share it. If you have any questions or comments, You can comment below, you can DM me, you can send me an email at lr@chameleonresumes.com. I do my best to read and reply to every DM, comment, and email. And if you haven't subscribed to this YouTube channel or my LinkedIn page by hitting the double bell, depending on where you might be watching this, I'm going to suggest that you do so this way you do not miss next week's video. Thank you so much for joining me today, and have a great day.